Good evening, everyone. It's Foggy here, coming to you out of our usual schedule, which is Sunday evening, and I am solo tonight. There is no Metalhead Monday. I had previously thought I was going to wait, talk about the Slipknot show that I saw last night, the Here Comes the Pain 25th anniversary show, and I was going to talk a little bit on Sunday, but I feel compelled to talk about it now for a couple of reasons. First of all, it was fantastic. It was amazing. It was what was promised, and which is sort of a problem as well, because if you hadn't heard, the show is entirely made up of songs from 1999, the self-titled album, which if you look at the title of the tour, it seemed pretty obvious that that was the focus. It wasn't a 25-year reflection on the music of Slipknot. It was the anniversary of the first record, the self-titled record, and we got all of it except one song. And I've heard some complaints about that, but you can't have everything. But we had a really good show. It's 15 songs plus Dreamweaver intro, which was a little bit interesting. I'm not sure why they chose that, but that is totally irrelevant, because then it kicked in with the intro and Sick and Eyeless and Wait and Bleed, and it just pounded from there on out. It was a fantastic show. They played every song but Diluted, and highlights for me were Purity with the intro, which was fantastic. It was excellent. Eyeless is always amazing. The drums on Eyeless are some of my favorite drum parts on any Slipknot song. Prosthetics was beautiful. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And then the encore, they did Spit It Out, Surfacing, and then the highlight of this show for me was Scissors. It was rambling. It was amazing. It had a amazing drum solo from Eloy. And so that was a big point of contention this last year, with the removal of Jay and the entry of Eloy Casagrande. And based on what I saw last night, it was definitely the right choice. He brought a brutality to the drums that this album, and if they do something similar with Iowa, would demand. Something that maybe Jay doesn't necessarily bring. He's an amazing drummer. I would never say anything bad about Jay Weinberg. His drumming is magnificent, but I think this record and Iowa demand a little something different. And if you've seen Eloy play, he brings it. It's heavy. It was amazing. He was the perfect choice for this concert. There were some mixed emotions, I think, at the concert, and some people, and I saw this afterwards on social media, were complaining that they didn't get some of the hits. We didn't get Duality. We got nothing off of Iowa. There's no Psychosocial. And again, Clown made it pretty clear that they were going to play an album all the way through. They were going to play Small Venue, and boom, we've had both of those already in pretty short order. I guess there's a part of me that understands that, especially if you've never seen him before. I've seen him a number of times, so I wasn't really worried about that. But if it's your first show and you want to see the full catalog of Slipknot, I could see a little bit why you might be upset to just get these songs. But there's a large group of Slipknot fans who've been around for the better part of 25 years who were thrilled to see Scissors live, to see Liberate and Me Inside and No Life. Some of these songs haven't been played in a long time. Scissors haven't been played since 2000. And so people were really rewarded last night. Those true fans that have been around for a long time got one heck of a show. It was a little bit short. It's just coming in just over an hour. And I think that maybe was another complaint. But I think what really reared its head last night was that there are groups of Slipknot fandom. So you get this one group, which is the original group that loves self-titled. They love Iowa. They might love Versus, but they kind of fall off, and they don't love the newer stuff. A lot of people I've heard online call it, Stone Sour 2.0 kind of thing, where they feel like the band has lost their aggression, which I think they've developed, not necessarily lost aggression, but have just changed over time as you grow. There's a second group that came in later that perhaps didn't like Slipknot until they heard Duality or Psychosocial or some of those songs that were a little more radio friendly. Snuff comes to mind. And so that group, I could see where they would be a little upset last night. They probably had no idea what some of those songs were, and they were probably a little disappointed they didn't get to hear them. But then there's the third group, and that's where I personally fit in. And it's, I love the old stuff. I love the new stuff. I love the progression. I love that they try new things. They're aging. I'm aging. I feel like we're kind of going along together here. And so I feel like I'm pretty much the perfect group to be a Slipknot fan now. And last night, I was pleased. I felt going in that we were going to get, I thought possibly we might get a couple off of Iowa. They had done that at a previous show that was really small, but I knew it was going to be old stuff. And so when he said nothing played tonight will have been written after 1999, it was pretty good. And the show was an all-out attack. They are still, I mean, we're in their, they're in their 50s now, and they brought it. The energy level was fantastic. Corey still has it, even after a lot of his woes he's talked about with his feet hurting all the time. Clown has had ailments, but they all brought an energy last night that felt like a renewed spirit in the band. And it makes me feel really good for them moving forward in what they might come up with next. Eloy fits perfectly with the band. I think they made an excellent choice picking him, and he brings, Joey brought it, and it was angry, and just there was something there that Jay, I think, apparently didn't have, and Eloy has it, and it showed last night. So anybody going to this concert the rest of the way, you are going to be in for a great time. I hope the expectation now is you understand what you're going in for, and you can just go and enjoy it. And hopefully, if you are one of those people who came in late, you've got time, go back and dig into Self-Titled. You will not regret it. It is an amazing album. It's probably my second favorite album after Iowa. And there's a lot there. And it was an amazing concert. And I can't wait for you guys to finish that show with Scissors. So that's all I got. Hopefully you're seeing this. And hopefully we'll get new music next year from the boys. I'm excited about that. I will be lining up to get tickets again. Okay, we don't line up anymore. We used to do that, actually, Ticketmaster, way back in the day. And now we just hop online as fast as we can. And typically they're close to sold out right after the start if you want to get pretty decent tickets. So, but I'll be doing that every time because I love it. It is an amazing show. They never let me down. And last night was another example of a fantastic Slipknot show. So fellow maggots, get out there and see them while you can. This is a special event. It's different. And it is not to be missed. So check it out. And don't forget, check back here on Sunday when we have another show. We'll be reviewing Blues Pills this week, and we'll be rebanding another album. So check that out. Hope to see you then. Until then, see you later, everybody.